What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Supa Dave, and you all are watching Milltown's Best. And you guys should know how we do it on the channel by now, right? We like propping up smaller creators here, and I want to do that today if it's okay with you. One of these smaller creators has one of the fastest growing channels in the community. That's right, guys. WhySoDemented has one of the fastest growing channels in the community. He just started making content, but he has this show called The Sin Bin, and it's got the entire community captivated. And when I say community, I mean the vocal minority that is always on Twitter, that is really going hard in support of their favorite creators. And WhySoDemented is capitalizing on that in a big way, y'all. Let's just take it to his Twitter right now. You guys know how I like to do this. We're just going to take a look around the content he's putting out. We're going to start with his Twitter because I need to know a little bit about him. I don't know that much about him. I just saw his interview with Hugin, which basically introduced me to him, but I've been hearing nothing but good stuff from all of these other creators about him. So let's just take a look at his Twitter here. We got a beautiful graphic design here, that logo with the skeleton. You know, it's interesting. Not a lot of creators are choosing to show their faces anymore, and faceless channels are really becoming a big thing. No, I don't think he's against showing his face because he does do shorts, and as you can tell here to the right of the screen right here, he does show a picture of himself. So I guess this is your boy Demented right here, and that's what his nickname is.
What the fuck they said, but I'm not too bothered by it. I ain't fucking tripping much about it, but it's just like I fucking noticed that they kept coming in the chats. I was around and fucking a bunch of live streams and shit, spreading the fuck out on everybody, and it kind of got fucking annoying. But
so yeah, that's how he sounds. You know, he's a little bit more professional on his show, The Sin Bin, and we're gonna watch a little bit of that he had Hugin on. But he's always welcoming on people of the community. He's creating content out of the drama, and a lot of people are doing that, and there's really something to that. The Sin Bin show has legs, and I think it's gonna go places. But as you can see here, it says, WhySoDemented. He's the host of The Sin Bin, which I mentioned earlier, and he is a shitty fucking commentary YouTuber. And that's not me saying that, guys. Those are in his words. Sub to me on YouTube. It gives you his link. And yeah, he's got 466 followers, it looks like here. Sorry, guys, I don't got my glasses on. 466 followers on Twitter. And guys, I hate to say it, these graphics look a lot like Slug's, man. I think he's using Slug as a graphic designer. That's another person we're going to be talking about shortly, guys. Slug, he's a member in this community who's giving back through his memberships, believe it or not. But that's a story for another day. We're on WhySoDemented in The Sin Bin. So as we go over, guys, I just want to take a little look at his YouTube channel. So here's his YouTube channel right here, 506 subscribers. And yeah, he's growing pretty fast, and it's all because of this Sin Bin show. But it looks like his short game is solid. I mean, he's averaging 40 views, 500 views, 106 views, covering topics such as Jerry Springer. I think everybody did that. This one's just a bunch of, I'm just looking at the titles because everybody says titles for shorts doesn't matter, and I've found the exact opposite. Chris Chan is free. I mean, it's very niche stuff if you think about it, besides the Jerry Springer, but it's getting over with the crowd, and he shows his face just fine in his shorts. So he's kind of like me, I suppose. You know, he likes the avatars, he likes the crazy profile pictures, likes the mascots, but you know, he'd prefer not to show his face, kind of, it seems like. I don't know. He's experimenting, and that's kind of cool to see, if I'm just being honest. Then we go into his videos. This is just his homepage. Let's go to his videos tab. As we go to his video tab here, latest, we'll sort that by the latest. Yep, 18 hours ago, 9 views. So he's not really pulling views. Usually when I first drop a video, and I'm only 400 subscribers deep, when I drop a video, the first hour I usually have 10 views in the first hour. I know that's nothing major, but that's how I calculate in my head. So if he's 18 hours and only pulled 10 views on this Sons of the Forest with Flatley and Slug, there's some work there. But if you pop right over here to the Salvo Drops Hugin episode 15 of The Sin Bin, got pretty good numbers on that, you know, so not too bad here. He's bringing up Abby. You guys know Abby's awesome, and she was one of the first supporters of the channel. So I will always have a special spot in my heart for Abby Blackbird. We're dealing with Hugin here. That's how I found out about WhySoDemented. Is Hugin actually gave him a platform, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, Demented. I know you're out here grinding, but you should be thanking Hugin because he got you another fan in me. So you know every fan counts. So yeah, Hugin, believe it or not, guys, he's doing pretty good, and looks like, you know, his thumbnail game is basic. There's nothing special about it. This is his show, the Sin Bin, and let's just watch a little bit of it. Before we do, let's just check everything we got here. I just want to check the vidIQ scores real quick. So 9 YouTube likes. Alright, doesn't really have a share ratio. It's all of his views are coming from YouTube. If I were to give you some advice, Demented, I would say we got to get you out there a little bit more. Maybe create a Facebook page as well. Start sharing this in groups on Facebook. You guys always underestimate the power of Facebook groups. Everybody's so quick to go to Instagram, but guys, the people are on Facebook still. I know the young hipsters and all that are all on Instagram and TikTok, but the core heart of your audience will still be using Facebook. So don't discount that, guys. A lot of my views still come from my Facebook page. I spent years building a little community on my Facebook that transferred over to YouTube with me because I spent that much time investing in them. So if I were to give you any advice, Demented, before we start watching this content, I would say, you know, maybe start looking into expanding a little bit more than just YouTube. 100% of your views, I mean, you haven't even shared this on Reddit. Reddit is a very valuable tool. This could get you to 1,000 so quick, my guy, so quick, because like I said, your concept of the Sin Bin with the whole Spurg battling, air out your beef, kind of like my guy said, it's the Jerry Springer show for this community, and it's needed. It's really it's needed. So let's take a look, guys, at the Sin Bin. This is the episode which introduced me to WhySoDemented and is what I thought validated a subscription.
Oh, it's good to be fucking back. Hell yeah.
The guy's got a voice. Don't get me wrong. There's talent there. It's very AM radio, you know, Saturday night theater type voice, and it could do some interesting things, I bet. And this is another
It's good to be back, and I'm gonna keep it a 10.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Fuck with you people, and fuck you flatly. You kiss my fucking ass.
See, Huggy, that's how you do it, bro. See right there.
Oh look, and
so as you could tell, this is where a lot of the ICC spend their time. These are a lot of Discordian, I call them the Discordian kids. I've never really made a habit of hanging out on Discord. It really does take over your lifestyle. But as you can tell, this is a very popular server, I guess you call them. There are people waiting in anticipation for the Sin Bin. Very awesome to see that. I just don't know why the views haven't, transferred over. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the direct screen grab. There's nothing to even jazz it up a little bit. And as you watch it, you will see he just leaves in all the errors, all the mute me, don't mute me. You know, that stuff could be cut, but you know, this is beginner stuff. You could tell he's still a beginner. He's still green, which is why I like watching him now, so he can see these mistakes he's making and fix them. And that's the best part of watching somebody grow.
Alvo dropped his ass on stream.
You know, he's recapping. He knows the whole deal, what's going on with Hugin and Salvo. But he's a worker. You could tell he's a good host. He's taking it back. He's setting up the show. He knows what he's doing. So I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. You guys definitely got to go to WhySoDemented's channel and watch it yourself. But Hugin was on there for 3 hours, and all the viewers in the community came out, and a lot of them had some harsh things to say to Hugin, which is nothing new to him. He's used to that. But notice he is the talk of the community right now, and that's by design. Best believe that. And this is awesome, guys, to see WhySoDemented come out here, platform Hugin, And honestly, Hugin didn't run from anything. The people in this community are really something, which is why I think WhySoDemented has something with this. And that's why I encourage you guys to check them out. WhySoDemented on Twitter and on YouTube. Really interesting stuff. I'm not going to go too long today, guys, because there's really not much to say. This kid made a channel, and it's really captivating a lot of people right now in this community. And I highly recommend you check out the content. It's worthy of a subscription. It really is. And like I said, even if you just watch the Hugin episode and don't watch any of his other content, because I assure you, the rest of the content that I've seen is kind of like hanging out gameplay footage, which really isn't my cup of tea, but it's a lot of people's cup of tea, y'all. People like to watch gameplay and like to watch, just shooting the shit, spurging out, talk crap. And I think WhySoDemented, I wish I knew his real name, but I guess he just goes by Demented. I guess that's just his shtick, He plays games and talks shit, and his channel is really growing. And I could not believe that when I saw him on somebody else's stream maybe about 2-3 weeks ago, and he was only at like 300 subscribers then. So he's really jumped up in the subscriber game. I imagine he'll be at 1,000 in no time. And why can't we be the ones to help get him there, y'all? Let's subscribe to WhySoDemented, support the content in the community. I will always be there to support those in the community that are trying to make a difference and that are honestly trying to provide quality entertainment. Now, when it gets to be dangerous and hateful and spiteful, I can't stand for that. And it seems like WhySoDemented doesn't stand for it either, which is why I'm really trying to push him up there and say, hey man, check him out, because he doesn't want this community to be the shit stain of YouTube any longer. And I'm all for that. Hugin's right there with it. Let's build this community up into something awesome, y'all. Let's give some quality entertainment. Let's stop with all the taboo nonsense and get back to what matters, y'all. The content. With all that being said, y'all, I love you. Check out WhySoDemented. Tell somebody else you love them. Peace.